Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Casey Moto RVA, and this is my first ride video on my new Yamaha YZF R3. I wanted to start off this video by thanking the motovloggers who were my major influences, some of whom had even gotten me into buying a motorcycle. I don't know if I would have gotten a motorcycle if it wasn't for the helpful tips and hints that some of the motovloggers that I'm about to list were able to provide. Obviously, DoItWithDan, I got a shout out to him, to WALTERRIFIC, ChaseOnTwoWheels, who did an awesome review of the R3, which ultimately made me pick this over the Ninja 300 and the CBR 300R. I really enjoy the way that this motorcycle runs, but I really don't have anything else to compare it to except for the little Yamaha Star that I rode on in my training. With that said, I am an entirely new rider, so basically all the miles beyond the 34 that are on it from my dad riding it home, which you can see on the video right here, will be put on it by me. A couple other people to shout out: MOTONOSITY. It's awesome to see that people can start doing it full time, doing the motovlogging full time. I don't see that happening with me. I'm a software developer, and I enjoy my job, and I enjoy coming home at the end of the day and riding my bike if I get a chance to, and the weekends will be when I'm primarily riding. But I got my GoPro all set up, as you can see, and it looks pretty good. You can see I take this corner way too wide. I did not anticipate having to brake more than I did, but that was my first experience with not braking enough. And then I came up over this hill. You see that truck? Oh my god. That would have been the first time somebody pulled out in front of me, and that was a little startling. And finally, 6'4" Honda is one of the motovloggers that I get a chance to watch regularly and really enjoy. The 5 people that I've shouted out definitely going to be major influences in how I run my vlog. This first video, though, I don't have my microphone set up in my helmet yet, so I am doing voiceover after the fact. So if you don't see or hear instant reactions to something that's going on, it's mostly because I'm doing it now instead of when it was actually recorded. Some of the stuff that you'll see, I have to take account of the things that I do as a new rider: leaving the blinker on, not engine braking, not braking enough before turns. This was my first ride out, and since this video, I've gone out a few more times and recorded more footage. This was just a quick ride over to my mom's house to see if I could find the Dremel to drill out the hole in the side of the case so that I could actually record my my voice in my helmet. I didn't feel real comfortable trying to shout over the bike or anything like that just to get the GoPro to pick up my voice, so there's that. As you saw at the beginning of the video, stalling is a major issue, but I think from what I've heard from most people, you know, on a new motorcycle, you're going to stall it out a few times as you get used to the clutch and when to let off of it and all that jazz. So the friction point on this bike, though, is awesome. It's real close to the grip, so I just barely have to let off and it starts going. The first bike that I rode was like I said, the Yamaha Star, and it was an old bike, and it was used for the training sessions for the MSF course. So the friction point was way up at the end of the clutch, so I didn't really have the opportunity to ride it very much. It was very difficult on my hands and on my fingers. By the end of the MSF course, my thumb was numb for a week. But you'll also see that I ride the motorcycle a little less thrashing it than some people would. Like I mentioned before, it's brand new. It's got 34 miles on it when I got it, and the braking period is 600 miles, trying to keep it under 7,000 RPMs for any extended period of time. And later on, I do, not in this video, but later on I do give it a good thrashing, but it's just I don't want to void any warranties or bust this bike up. I want to give it a good hard ride up to 7,000 shift, but I know that the power band on this bike is way up in the rev range, 9 to 13, 9 to redline, so that'll be something that I look into doing in later videos, just getting it up there and getting it to the shift light, and just not cruising above 7,000 RPM. But yeah, my dad rode it home, as you can see in that other video on the channel, and that was primarily because he's got 20 years of riding experience and I had all of 7 hours, and we took it out on the interstate, and I was not quite ready to get out in the big pond with this little fish of a bike, and have to battle with the rev range and not revving it too high and not going, so fast that I'm risking any kind of engine damage. But my vlog will take place mostly in the Richmond Chesterfield area, primarily starting off in Chesterfield County, which is where this is, in Central Virginia. I work in Richmond, so eventually if I start commuting on the vlog, which I hope to do once I'm more comfortable with it, you'll see more of the area between Richmond and Chesterfield, the highways and the back roads, Hull Street and Courthouse Road through Chesterfield, River Road and Staples Mill and stuff like that in the city. But I'm learning quick, figuring out what's up, and I did not expect to come out on this highway in my first ride, but by highway I mean 35 mile an hour speed limit going 45. It's the fastest I've ever ridden. I hit 46 right here. It's the fastest I'd ever ridden on a motorcycle as the operator, so I thought that was pretty great. I'm getting very comfortable with the bike really fast, and it's getting fun. The only problem with learning in the neighborhood is that while I'm cruising around in the afternoons after work, I end up passing a lot of people walking their dogs or jogging or whatever that they do after work, and I feel like I bug them a lot. I think I need to get over that, but it's just a feeling that I get that I'm just riding past the same people over and over again and ticking them off. So we'll see if I can figure out how to get over that anxiety of messing with their goings on with my loud and obnoxious sport bike, at least how they see it. I know it's not nearly as loud as some people might think, but right here I'm trying to back it into this driveway that slopes as soon as you get it out of the garage, and it's a bit of a hassle. You can see my two Miatas there, the 2013 right there, the black one, and then to the right is my 92. The first one I got it for $695, and then basically had to redo the entire clutch system. Well, not the entire clutch system, the entire clutch hydraulics from master and slave cylinder, and the fuel system from the fuel pump all the way up to the injectors. So that was an adventure, and I got it running up until November 2014 when I bought my 2013. But it was my baby. It was my dream car, and I got it, and I fixed it up. And you can see right here, a little trick that I learned from DoItWithDan, the good old kickstand pivot, just to line it up. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.